Welcome to the Halo Outreach Podcast, where we reach out to you, the Halo community, to keep you up to date on everything that's going on in the Halo universe.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode number 42 of the Halo Outreach Podcast, a podcast that keeps you up to date with everything going on in Halo. So today, as always, we are joined by our lovely co-host, the Patman Gaming. Beat, why don't you say hello?
Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's doing great out there. We have almost to the point of a too much jam-packed episode.
This is this episode is going to be thick. We're going to try to keep it the same length, but this is going to be a dense ass episode. And Pat's so worried he has to hold his Batman figure to make sure we keep time.
I do. Keeps me safe.
So yeah, guys, like I said, we are the Halo News podcast as always. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about. We're going to be talking about some Halo Infinite news that recently just came out. I'm sure you guys all heard the Brute audio that came out on Halo's YouTube channel. We'll go into a little speculation and talk about that a little bit more in depth than you would get in normal video. And then a little bit of a teaser of some cinematic traits that you might see from Halo Infinite. So of course, we have Halo 3 flighting, the extension, the patch. And then we have there's actually a patch update that recently happened for the MCC. And then, as always, we close it all out with some playlist updates to let you know what you can play next in the upcoming week of Halo. But before we go into that, Pat, how has your last week been?
My last week has been wonderful. Thank you for asking, Kevin. It's very nice of you.
I do that.
Yeah, whatever. So it's been like a crazy all in one day. Almost dropped all of this news on us in one day. So
really?
That was like, yeah, it was like, all right, well, here's your Banished Halo Infinite teaser. Oh, by the way, here's the flight being extended. Oh, by the way, here's the patch notes for the flight. Oh, by the way, there's freaking a new skull. Like, we'll get to a bunch of this stuff later, but it was just insane. I was just like, dude, I was like on an 8-hour stream and the Infinite teaser dropped. I'm like, guys, I don't know what to do. Do I stop streaming? Do I keep streaming and make the video later? And I ended up making it a little bit later. I was like, I kind of wish I would have made it right away.
Video earlier that day too, like 2 hours before that announcement or like that teaser.
So 2 videos. I could have made 3 in one day. I was just like, no, I'll just do another one.
Yeah, stretch that, man.
Yeah, you got to stretch it. You can't. But when Infinite news drops, you got to capitalize on it. You got to drop
a lot of people did as well.
And their mama, everybody and their mama is gonna drop the video.
I made a video talking about. I think as you and I both did a video on the topic. Since everybody and their mama did, I only got like 1,500 views on it. Where I did a Q&A video today with Halo Infinite in the title, and it's sitting at 4,000 views within the first 12 hours.
Yeah, my Infinite video only did 300, and all my Infinite videos usually do the best when there's no news coming out. But if I do a recap or a speculation video, those really do good. Mm-hmm. But my patch video is almost up to 2,000, so that did good for me.
Yeah, so it wasn't all in vain, right?
No, it wasn't all in vain. So what about you? I mean, I kind of want to get into this before we get into the Infinite teaser, but huge news from the Twitch area with Dr. Disrespect getting lifetime banned.
That's what it's looking like. I mean, that's
even on ESPN, dude. That's how big this is. It's crazy.
Yeah. This literally happened and this news broke probably a couple hours before we hit start on the stream for the recording of this podcast. But recent news in the gaming news in general, that sounds like Dr. Disrespect is permanently banned from Twitch. That's crazy. Though I know a lot of people speculated that it was a DMCA takedown or something like that. But a source on Twitter, who is this guy named Slasher, he does a lot of gaming news on Twitter. And it seems to be rather credible. At least everything I've seen from him is accurate. So it's not DMCA related. And then I thought, what was that one tweet that you shared? You showed me that someone was talking about.
Yeah, I shared one too. Twitch has come out and said it's not DMC related, and that they're upholding rules against their platform or whatever. So people are speculating it could be the recent announcement Twitch made earlier this week about, like sexual harassment and stuff like that. And if that's the thing, I mean, Doc's been pretty silent. I'm sure he's probably getting with his lawyers to get a statement ready and stuff. So I don't know if you saw it earlier. I think it was last week. Somebody made a claim against Angry Joe. I don't know if you watch Angry Joe at all.
Oh, yeah.
But,
I didn't. I think I saw something about it. I didn't really read the title. I just saw
so
like a
he had to
thumbnail.
get his lawyers ready and make a statement himself. And I guess it was just somebody trying to go after Angry Joe, but it wasn't legit or something. So maybe that's probably why Doc is silent. But yeah, this is big. Like people are, I think Duquesne tweeted it out, like people are getting refunded for their Twitch subscription. So this is like all his emotes are gone. Yeah, this is serious. So
damn,
it's crazy, man.
That's insane. And like, yeah, with the recent gaming Me Too movement that's been happening just like in the last couple days or so, really, you would have to think this is something related to that. I mean, there had to be a very serious offense to block, the Doc from the channel, from the platform. And he does have a history with other women. That's him.
Yeah.
So I
maybe
mean,
you shouldn't be so disrespectful to women, doctor. Disrespect.
Too soon, man. Too soon. And that's a shame though, because he's like my favorite like big name streamer out of all like the the top 10 guys or whatever. I like the Doc. I mean, I follow.
He's literally the only streamer I've ever watched besides like you and like our inner group of people. I don't watch streamers really. He's the only one I've ever watched.
I followed his content since like 2010, back when he did like Black Ops 1 like commentaries, and like he would just be like the Doctor disrespect, and just be like a total badass kind of thing, like sick 'em puppies, kind of shit. And like that was awesome to watch, but life's not so good for to be the Doc right now. Normally it's great to be the Doc, but not right now. But yeah, so we want to touch on that a little bit. We'll get into the Halo news now though. But yeah, like I said, that's kind of gaming news. It's kind of shocking, sending shockwaves throughout the community. So we were talk about that just a little bit. But yeah, before we go any further into the podcast and waste more time, I think we should talk about the Halo Infinite teaser that we were just talking about earlier. That we'll definitely have to like play for you guys here. That's first time it's starting. Like the Halo Infinite like news cycle is starting. It feels so weird to say that.
Yeah, it does. It's like better late than never, I guess, right?
But and so we'll just play like the clip here. It's a minute long video, so we'll just switch over and we'll just play that for you guys, and then we'll talk about it right afterwards.
Forces occupy the ring. Within hours, it will be under our control. Humanity will burn. Their brazen defiance will be all but a memory. No more prophets. No more lies. We stand together, brothers to the end. We are his will. We are his legacy. We are the Banished.
Oh,
I don't get sick of listening to that.
The chills, dude. The chills on that video, dude. Insane. No more prophets. No more lies.
No more lies.
Oh, such a good line right there to hear that. Yeah, dude. The Banished are, and then like people are like, well, we don't know if it's Halo Wars 3 or something like that. I'm looking at the tags right now.
Oh my god.
I'm looking at the tags right now on this video. Halo Infinite is the first tag on there. No mention of Halo Wars. It's Halo Infinite. The Banished are going to be in the game. So that's pretty damn exciting. I've never even played Halo Wars 2. So now that gives me a very strong reason to play it for sure.
Big fan. Yeah, you need to play it. I'll play it with you. I never beat the campaign, but I played through about half of it and then just watched the rest of the videos, like all the cutscenes on YouTube. So
yeah, that'd be a great way to get through
is
it.
such a cool character, man.
Really?
Yeah, he's such a good bad guy. Like, I guess we'll get into. I mean, there's not much to discern from this. You know, it's just the marketing hype rolling. Obviously, this confirms Brutes. Can confirm that, you know, I would imagine Atrax will be in the game. You know, we don't know what's up with Atrax after the end of Halo Wars 2, like how he's gonna get back with his Banished brothers. But I mean, that's kind of what maybe the Brute or saying Healy. Some people in my comments say it sounds like an elite. You know, we do know elites are in the Banished, but I think it's a Brute. It's just that grittiness to the voice. Yeah.
But the worst thing is, sorry, I didn't cut you off. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was saying that I was noticing though that like normally Brutes like can articulate a little bit better than this guy though. Like he sounds like he's like gargling water while trying to speak at the same time. And they're just like
the Brutes kind of have that, and
but
like Halo Wars 2, they kind of sound like that though. So it does like keep it consistent.
Because I was wondering because there's like there's like one part where he's like no more lies, and there's like this echo, and there's like a kind of sound to it, and I'm like
maybe he's infected by the flood.
That's what I was thinking. Like, what if this is like a grave mind speaking through a Brute, and the grave mind is on like the side of the Banished or something? I don't know. Like it just sounds low, like there's a little bit something more that we just can't understand yet because we don't know more about the game, you know. Right. But I feel like there's something more than just like, hey guys, the Banished are in the game. Yeah. But yeah,
definitely. Like he does say something about when he's saying we are his will, we are his legacy. They're obviously talking about Atriox. The Banished follow, that is their leader. They follow him to death. He's proven himself to them. He is their leader, and I don't know. When somebody says, and I mentioned this in my video, when somebody says legacy, like we are his legacy, like it could be taken two ways. Like one, whatever they do directly affects the legacy that Atriox leaves behind, eventually. Or when you talk about somebody's legacy, it's like somebody's either retired. Like if you're talking sports, like we talk about Babe Ruth's legacy or Kobe Bryant's legacy or Michael Jordan's legacy, somebody who's either deceased or retired. Could Atriox be out of the picture? Like you never know. And people made a comment like, dude, no way they would kill Atriox after one game and waste a character. I said, excuse me, it's kind of par for the course for Halo. Captain Keyes, great character, died in one game. Tartarus, great character, died in one game. You had the Didact, was a great villain, died in one game. So it's kind of
actually he didn't die. He died in a comic.
Right, but he's not in another game.
But actually, he's not even dead. He's actually super composed.
He's dead. Anyway. So they're all gone after one game. So it's.
Are you saying Atriox? Are you saying Atriox is gonna get Jul Madama? Is that what you're saying? Like basically at the beginning of the game, like.
Yeah, Jul Madama, one game. Everybody's like, dude, after Spartan Ops, he's gonna be a great villain. Halo 5's like, yeah, no, first mission, get him out of here. Like, okay.
Locke just stabs Atriox in the chest, and he's like, all right, well, he's dead.
Oh my god. But do like. If Atriox dies in Halo Infinite, it needs to be either by Chief's hand or Arbiter's hand. That's the one of the two. After the disappointing fight that I got in Halo 5, and Actman did a great video on how poorly choreographed that fight scene is.
He knows how to fight too.
Yeah, he's like an actual fighting dude. He looks like a dude that can take a couple punches to the chin. I really would love to see. There's that badass cutscene in Halo Wars 2 where Atriox just takes it to Red Team and just messes them up. I would love to see Chief just manhandle and be like,
is that the one where
he could do that to me?
Is that the one where he takes like the helmet and just crushes it with his
helmet?
Crushes a Mjolnir helmet with his hand. That's insane. Because you gotta be one tough boy to be able to do that.
You gotta eat your Wheaties and eat your cans of spinach to be able to do that.
Oh my god!
And I would love to see Chief just take it to him. But even more so, I think redeeming Arbiter as a character, because I don't think Arbiter's had a really good story arc since like Halo 2, where the brutes betrayed him and stuff like that. And if Atrax is an enemy to humanity, and he's an enemy to Chief and Spartans and all these people, Atrax and his Swords of St. Helios doing like a faction war against Atrax and his Banished would be a really cool thing to see too, and then them go at it.
There's a lot of converging plot lines going into this game, so it's gonna be interesting. Let's see how 343 focuses the story to make it just like, because you gotta simplify it a little bit, because that was the biggest issue with Halo 5, obviously, with this, like there's so many different new plot lines and unresolved plot lines that happen within Halo 5 that is just a mess. That's the main thing I think.
All you gotta do is just write it good. Don't make it confusing.
Just do it good. Just
be good.
Get good.
Just get good. Because we got the created already, that are gonna play a role. We have the Banished now. If we have the Flood going into there, that's gonna be another enemy. We have the Prometheans. Like there's a lot of different things going on, but hey, you could flesh it out with post-game DLC as well. That could always be a thing if you want to tell a cohesive story but not feel like overload people who want more from the story can dig deeper, there's options.
But for sure,
it's exciting nonetheless. I talked for a while here. What are your thoughts on the Infinite teaser?
I think it's just more excited about what it signifies rather than what it actually is. It's just saying that the ball has been pushed when it comes to just marketing and information for Halo Infinite. Like it's just like, all right, let's get it down the hill. It's ready. To start
get
this
that hype train rolling.
Yes, yeah. So I'm more excited about that than the actual thing itself. I'm not gonna try to look more into it than there is. It's just the Banisher and Infinite. That's all I can really say about that. But you mentioned a little something about like story arcs, and so it kind of made me think about like cinematography and movies and stuff like that. Which honestly, we have some rumors about Halo Infinite's cinematography style, borrowing a little bit from God of War 4. As a one podcast, the RDX podcast, the Real Deal Xbox podcast. I know, how dare we reference another podcast on a podcast? This is Podception. But they apparently, this guy had
really good podcast. They're cool guys.
Yeah, this one guy apparently has some good information on Halo Infinite, and I figured we'd play that clip as well to let you guys get a listen on that, and then we'll talk about that one as well. So here we go, a little bit of some Halo Infinite news.
What I'm worried about, Slow Space Engine, and what we're hearing about Halo Infinite right now behind the scenes is fucking really impressive. Really cool. And you're gonna hear some stuff about that in July for sure. And there's also some other people like Shinobi and others basically saying that they're hearing really good things about the event. From what we've heard, there's some really good things about the event. The only thing I'll say about God of War is Halo Infinite is that it has something in common with God of War that we'll point out after it's actually revealed, that we've learned about recently that's really cool. And again, Halo Infinite apparently is a juggernaut, and all that stuff you've seen has been in-engine, no bullshit, 60 FPS, and that's not even with ray tracing or anything. So I can't wait to see more on the game, considering we'll be playing it sooner than later, little Zocker.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think Halo is going to be a massive showpiece this summer, and I think it's going to impress a lot of people. There's a reason why they took 5 years to make this damn game. There's a reason why they built an entire engine around it. They're not fucking around. They're trying to get Halo right, and I'm excited to see it. And I know, like, we've seen Shinobi, we've seen a lot of insiders everywhere talking about the July event. No excuses, guys. If this July event isn't good, and we come on here, we're gonna be pissed off like we were last E3. We keep.
Ooh, some little tidbits of information there for sure. Now he was talking about how there's some kind of comparison between God of War 4 and Halo Infinite. And I looked a little deeper into this, and apparently on a forum on some website, I can't remember the name off the top of my head. It's not Reddit or anything like super notable.
Better not be Reset Era, because I don't take that shit seriously.
I couldn't tell you.
It was.
It was?
Probably was. Yeah, there's a lot of rumors circling on Reset Era.
So I made a video on this as well, talking about this same thing as well. But basically, like some guy on the forum suggested that it was going to be like a one-shot take kind of cinematic style, like we had in God of War 4, where basically it just like seamlessly transitions from cinematic to gameplay, and like you're just all one take kind of thing. Which would make sense because we did see that for the Discover Hope trailer. Like it was
Discover Hope was basically that.
yeah. Like there were a few fades. There were like a couple fades here, but like other than that, or transitions. But other than that, like even then though, it still felt like one take as well. It wasn't like like a low budget action film. It's just like cuts here, left, right, up, down. So that would be a little interesting cinematic style right there. So like the reason why they mentioned that, he said it was like God of War one single take because. The reason why the story kind of gained traction because there was like this Microsoft insider leaker kind of dude who's had some credible, leaks in the past, said bingo to that assumption right there. So that's why that became like a little bit of a news story. So, I mean, from what we've seen from Discover Hope trailer, which is the very beginning of the game, as well. So that's definitely another thing to take into consideration. I think that's actually the game that we're going to be playing, at least for the cinematic stuff.
And the guy who hosts the Real Deal Xbox podcast, a good friend of mine, Dealer Gaming, he kind of helped me actually get started on YouTube. Really cool dude.
Oh, really?
When he says, he's that's why I was laughing, because when he talks to Zucker, like I've been in parties with them and they always go back and forth, and it's pretty damn hilarious. But when he says he knows something about Xbox, like he talked about Lockhart way back before anybody was talking about Lockhart. Him and Colt Eastwood, really cool dudes. If they say they know something, I'm gonna tend to believe it. So
and this would be the time when we would start hearing about that, because we're only less than a month away from the reveal. So that's like usually the month before reveal, that's when the leaks kind of start happening, rumors start happening, like legit rumors.
And we know Halo Infinite's a juggernaut. Like the Series X is launching with the system. Microsoft is putting all their chips forward with Halo Infinite. Like it is, we've had the rumors that it is the most expensive game of all time. And it's, not very hard to believe that it could be, especially making a new engine. That's not cheap either. 5 years of development, open world rumors, open world and a huge multiplayer suite and custom games, Forge, Theater, like Halo Infinite.
Man,
heads spinning, baby. Oh yeah. So it's huge. It's a big deal. It's a big deal for gaming in general, but it's more of a big deal for Xbox. And they know they need to hit the nail on the head with this one. So bring it on, baby. We're less than a month away, like you said.
If anyone heard that, I apologize for the Windows update notification sound that just happened right there. I can't help it. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, very excited about this. Again, we'll know more during the July reveal event. I'll be doing a watch party. I'm sure you'll be doing a watch party as well. I'm going to try to take that day off. I just hope I get more than like a day notice, because I'm starting a new job as well next month.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, 7 days into the job and be like, hey guys, can I take a day off? Because you get to Halo. So
why family emergency?
I mean, I've read rumors that I've read that people say it's going to be July 7th, but nothing confirmed on that one. But
you think it'd be that close to the holiday though? I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like having it like the weekend after a July 4th holiday, like most people would end up taking that Monday off too,
Yeah.
And I know that 343 is taking that weekend off from the HCS Pro Series as well.
July 7th. That would be the 1 year anniversary of the Halo Outreach podcast.
Not Bungie Day.
Also
the
known-
1 year anniversary of the podcast.
Yeah. Who's Bungie? I never heard of them.
No, man. But yeah.
That'd be
awesome
cool
stuff, guys. Really looking forward to some Halo Infinite greatness. Again, just you gotta follow. You and Pat and I will keep you up to date. All you gotta do is just press that follow button. It's free.
Click it.
Just a wealth of information. Just brain, big brain, little
knowledge.
Knowledge. So yeah, that's all the Infinite stuff we have for right now. Then we're gonna move over to the Halo 3 flighting process. You know, I've played it a ton. Pat, I'm sure, has played it maybe like once or twice, even though he hates Halo 3.
Yeah, barely. Halo 3.
But if you've been living under a rock in the Halo community, then you might not know that it's been extended until June 29th, which is Monday. Probably by the time I actually upload this video, it will probably be closed.
Be over.
But that was pretty awesome that it got extended. I'm really glad that they did that. You know, there's been some kind of, you know, some issues with the last 2 flights, saying that they kind of got pushed out a little too soon, as you can probably assume, especially with Halo 2's launch. That it was good to see that get, you know, delayed a little bit on that release. They put out a patch which fixed up a bunch of issues. The flag is back in the game.
Yeah, we can see a banner now.
Yeah, the flag banner's back. But you know, they did some changes with like the challenge hub system, a bunch of different. Yeah. They even improved like the interpolation as well, which kind of caused toggle crouching to be kind of weird. So they fixed that up as well. Reduced some, a bunch of audio fixes. I saw a bunch of Twitter clips of being like, "Dude, the audio sounds great now after this patch," kind of stuff. There was a lot of stuff they went into. Again, I'll leave a link in the description of the video if you want to kind of read more into it. But it was like a lot of much more like minor stuff, because like Halo 3 itself plays pretty good right now on PC. Like it's like a lot of people saying it's the best that Halo 3's ever played. They wouldn't be too far off from that. I do wish that the bullet velocity was a little bit faster though, because sometimes I'm shooting shots. I'm like, yeah. Well,
are you admitting something right now? Go ahead, please continue. I want to hear this.
Halo 3 is perfect. I don't know what you're talking about. No. If it's like it was like if I've always said though, if it was Halo 2 classic MCC bullet velocity, but in Halo 3, that would be perfect.
Yeah, I would probably end up loving Halo 3 I'm pretty sure I read somewhere. I know there's been videos on it, but I don't remember the exact values, but I'm pretty sure Halo 2's bullet velocity, because supposedly there is no true hit scan in any of the series. Even Halo 5, like it's not hit scan, it is just insanely high bullet velocity.
Really?
Yes, that's what I've heard. That people have actually gone in and seen that. Where it's basically hit scan. That's how high the bullet velocity is, so it doesn't really matter. It's not, projectile, but it still has a bullet velocity value. Halo 3 is supposedly like 150 for their bullet velocity compared to Halo 2, which is like 400. So even if they bumped it up to like 250, it would make such a big difference. If you still want to be able to lead your shots,
there was
because it takes so much more skill.
There was a Tommy Cost video, or no, it wasn't Tommy Cost video. It was a different video. But
General.
No, it wasn't General Heat.
General.
No, it was a mod actually where they tweaked the bullet velocity in Halo 3.
Oh yeah. That I thought you were talking about the one where they broke down the bullet velocity. I think General Heat did that.
Yeah, he definitely did that video. But I'm saying that like they did it like a 150, and then they bumped up to 300, and they did 500 and like 600, stuff like that. Like the first, like the hit registration just instantly becomes so much better with a higher bullet velocity in Halo 3. Just because like a lot of times when you're leading your shots, there's like so many, you can literally see one bullet, another bullet, like right behind it. Like, how am I supposed to hit this? And it's like not even that far away.
Yeah, there's a lot of videos on that too, which I do think Halo 3's played better than it ever has. It still has a hit detection issue, though. That is very apparent. There are several videos out there showing it, but people are claiming that, the 360 version didn't have that problem. I personally always felt that there was some sort of inconsistency with the BR and Halo 3.
That's why they bumped up the damage in the hardcore settings. It's because of the inconsistencies with the bullet spread on it, like the random bullet spread is with the BR in Halo 3 as well.
Yeah. I've been meaning to hook up the 360 and go back and just feel it, because people say you feel a difference between the 360 version and the MCC version. So I'll have to go back and do it. I'm not the type of person that notices that kind of stuff, though. Like I don't break shit. I just play the game. Like I just play it. And if I think the BR is trash, it's fucking trash. So, I would love personally that, a bullet velocity increase, Raps, me, Jimbo, the people who don't like Halo 3.
I agree with it too. The bullet velocity needs to be bumped. All right, I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever.
But actually, I watched that Atomic. I think you've probably seen that Atomic Cost video comparing like the hit detection. Basically, like I think the bullet magnetism is a little bit more favorable on Halo 3 on the 360 compared to MCC. My assumption is probably just because of the frame rate difference. Since it updates, since it updates, makes a big difference. Yeah, when you go from 30 to 60, that is a huge jump in time.
And now on PC, unlimited, so it's
and so that's why the bullet magnetism would be totally different just from the frame rate alone. And so that's why I wish like the bullet magnetism was probably just bumped up just a little bit more. But honestly, it plays fine. It plays great though.
Yeah. And then we got some like cool new, I mean, this probably the most substantial patch we got mid-flight. The flights have been patched before, but we got the emblems now appearing on your armor, like your actual MCC emblem will appear, not some random one and things like that. So that's really cool.
Great for machinimas.
Pin system. Yeah, we got the pin system for the challenges. You can pin them to the home screen. We got the challenge banner has been like streamlined and take up be less intrusive on the screen. I do like that a lot. What I don't like, which it could be a placeholder, is they added a sound when you complete a challenge.
Yeah, that's way too loud.
Yeah, it's loud and it's the same exact sound as when you rank up in the game. It's just that.
Yeah, think of like Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, like rank ups and like. I
put that in my video. I was like, it's not as cool as this sound. I was like, but it's like. I was like, maybe it's a placeholder sound because it literally is the same exact sound as when you rank up. But we'll see.
Yeah, if they turn the volume down a little bit on that, would be good.
Yeah, crank it down a little bit.
Yeah.
But there's really good stuff in this patch. It's really cool to see that they've updated it. Several bug fixes. I think they said I'm sure there's stuff in the patch notes that they didn't even mention because they said beforehand that it would be over 90 fixes for over 90 bugs in the patch. They didn't even mention the flag being fixed or anything like that in the patch notes. So there's probably a lot of stuff behind the scenes that got fixed. So that's really cool to see.
Yeah.
And then we I think it's a topic later. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. If not, I'll make sure to mention it before the end of the video. So
I mean, I was thinking about talking about the new skull that looks like it just got added.
That's what I was gonna talk about.
We're talking about Halo 3. Yeah. We're talking about Halo 3 stuff. Yeah. Then we got.
I thought you had it as a topic later. I don't remember if it was part of the slides or not. But yeah, let's talk about it.
We got a new skull for Halo 3. The acrophobia skull. I had to look this up because I don't know what that word meant, but I didn't either. It's the irrational fear of falling. So, either you take extra fall damage, or you don't take any fall damage. That'd be my assumption. Or you just have
something to do with.
Or what if all the AI just constantly falls from the sky?
That could be one.
Actually,
because it shows like a wings on the skull, so it's got definitely something to do with being airborne. Some people said maybe you can't jump. If you jump, you die. Which is like if you had to stay boots on the ground.
That would just be legit cursed Halo then.
Yeah.
I
would turn that on just to troll friends. It's like.
Let's not mention it. Oh, something's wrong with your game, man. Yeah, it's PC. It can get weird.
MCC's broken. This game's.
Yeah, this actually brought to me from one of my followers on Twitter, Zach. So thank you very much for showing me it the way on that one, because that's a nice little find right there. I appreciate the support. If anyone else wants to help out me or Pat when it comes to finding news and information, you feel free to share it with us, because that definitely helps us out.
Oh, dude. I was midstream when that Infinite stuff dropped. People were like, dude, check Halo. And this happens all the time. So half the time I just brush it off. They're like, because one time we're like, dude, they just released Halo 4 gameplay for PC on the Halo Waypoint. And that was never there. They're like, dude, Infinite reveal, Infinite stuff just dropped. I'm like, hell out of here, guys. No way. And I'm like, all right, I'll go look. Yeah, it was
actually funny thing was that same morning, I got tweeted that somebody showed me another leaked mega constructs thing, and it confirmed that the focus rifle is coming back in Halo Infinite. It looks like, and I was like, all right, looks like we're gonna do another toy reveal, and they're like, no, you got a Halo Infinite thing right now. I'm like, what?
Yeah. All right, let's talk about that. What makes you so sure that the focus rifle is coming back?
Why would they make a Halo Infinite toy for it?
There's plenty of Reach toys. Why would they make Cat?
I'm saying there was probably a really strong tie to Reach in Halo Infinite. There's the Shadows of Reach
But
right
they've
before
made
it.
Cat. They've made Cat figures. They've made Elites straight from Reach. So we know that's not going to be the design for
There's
them.
a Carter helmet as well you can buy that's like infinite.
Right. So what makes you think that the focus rifle's good? Why would they bring back literally the worst weapon in Halo history?
Well, you can tweet.
Back in
Well, if you
Infinite.
like, we talked. I yelled at you on Twitter about this. If you watched my videos,
You did yell at me.
you would know my tweaks.
I
was going
watch.
for the
I
focus
can't watch
rifle.
them all, Kevin. Okay. Have you watched all of mine? No. Okay. But
Maybe.
I don't know. I can't stand. No, you have it. I know you have it. Perfect. Okay. But I did want to mention this too. There was a leak of the back panel of one of those, one of the mega constructs things, and you know that whatever that weird looking weapon we were talking about that was like looked like the Mauler or whatever. Like it had they said it literally says on the back of it pistol, so it's some sort of pistol. Because it says like, hey, what's in this package? It's like it shows that thing with that weird downward thing. It's like pistol, and it showed a Magnum, and then it showed
SMG.
I forgot what other weapons. Yeah,
But
so that's kind of cool.
And like the Magnum has a new design to it too. Looks
Yeah,
much more
it looks-
like a
it looks
handgun rather than like
Yeah,
they kind of elongated the top half of Halo compared to like Halo 5s and stuff like that. So
yeah.
we'll see how that turns out though. But yeah. Anyways, though.
But with that skull too, and it says celebrate, like the description, I think if I remember correctly, like celebrating the launch of the Halo 3 coming to PC or whatever. That was just a description of it. So it doesn't give you much for it, but it's kind of funny that they released it during a flight, and it has to do with fear of heights. So
we'll have to see.
yeah, cool.
But
Well,
yeah.
that they're adding new content to old games,
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, that's the great thing about this as well. But yeah, so I guess we move over to the MCC Dev Update that we recently just received
Came out today.
and it was a preview of an update,
Right.
pretty much, because we,
Yeah, we're about to get a big news dump.
as
next week.
to quote the behemoth of the June development update, as we get at the end of every month, we get a big thick boy update. And so basically this one just kind of went like, hey, this is what we're going to talk about, which we'll talk about the 8 things are in this little update here. So we got Halo 3 fighting they're going to talk about, ODST firefight, Reach audio, which is great to see that got mentioned, MCC MCC season 2. So that's been confirmed now that's actually happened. It was all but confirmed basically. Skins and visors, skins for visors, weapons, and vehicles, updated Halo 3 customization, forge and file share, and a menu takeover as well. So
Yeah, I like that.
Different
And more.
and more. Chickens.
But wait, there's more.
There's chickens.
Yeah. Goats.
But yeah, so seeing ODST get mentioned there, gets me excited about that, just because I want to see what they're going to be doing with ODST rather than just bringing firefight over. Just because obviously, like, it just has to have matchmaking. There's no way you can bring firefight into the MCC and not have matchmaking. I just find that pretty crazy to not do that. Because that's the whole point of the MCC, is bringing these classic games up to a modern standard.
Right.
And that's a modern standard now, is to have matchmaking for your kind of games, especially for those kind of games. Did you ever play Firefight much at all there, Pat, back in the day? Or have you played it much? I think you and I have both played it maybe like once, like years ago. Or a year ago.
Yeah. Only reason I ever played Firefight back when ODST was out was for the Vidmaster achievements for Recon. Because I am obsessed with achievements, as you well know. And I have to get all of them for Halo games. So back then, I grinded the hell out of Firefight for Recon and then never touched it again. I don't know. Like, even like Horde mode is fun too in Gears. Like I enjoy that. The only mode like that I've ever enjoyed like that much and played the crap out of was probably Call of Duty Zombies, because I was invested in like the storyline and stuff and doing the Easter eggs. But it's fun with friends, but it gets to me just boring after a while. Now, if they introduce, like, and I mentioned this in one of my videos, if they introduced a storyline like with Infinite, if Firefight was to come back, it would be so like infinitely, no pun intended, more interesting to me to play. You know, just a storyline to have Easter eggs, something to actually do besides just pew pew shoot waves of enemies. You know, it's something extra to do. Would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But ODST Firefight is definitely fun. It's probably the best version of Firefight in my opinion.
It's much more
better
of
than
a,
Halo 5.
Yeah, it's much more of a wave survival kind of wave defense one where like Reach just became much more like a high score arcade shooter kind of thing.
Arcadey, yeah.
And Halo 5 was just like, let's try to make this in the game right now, you know, because I don't think it definitely wasn't intended for the game, but yeah, it works out all right. It's still, you know, it's fun.
Yeah. It's not bad, but it's just not the best.
Not the beast. So definitely looking forward to ODC. Season 2 confirmed, which is pretty sweet. I'm assuming we'll probably be seeing a lot of that leaked customization that was recently came out as well. Yeah. Which I think I'll show a little bit down the stream when we talk about it a little bit. About at least we know for sure, at least for CE, that looks like we have some customization like visors, you can change your colors, weapon skins, which look pretty sweet, vehicle skins as well.
New nameplates too have been like leaked too, so
there's
a lot of stuff coming.
And this is like, though I've only seen CE, and I just feel like it'd be very weird to release Halo 3 and then not have Halo 3 like additional customization like this.
They did say a long time ago that each game would have its own season, so naturally it would be CE next. But they also said that with the launch of each game that it would have its own season. So we're way past that point now, so they could go back and change it, but it seems season 2 will be CE themed, which, like you said, would be a damn shame because, first of all, I don't play CE anymore.
Yeah.
You know, when it was the only game out on MCC besides Reach, if I had to choose between Reach and CE, I'll play some CE because it felt great on PC. Yeah. But with 2 and 3 coming out, and even 4, I'm never touching CE again. I've done all my achievements for CE. It just finished Lasso literally last week. It would be really cool to see like the skins in campaign. If we could, when I go back and play the campaigns before Infinite, it'd be cool to have like a gold AR in the campaign, but I don't know if it's going to be, if you can have that stuff in campaign. So it'd be a damn shame, honestly, but it's more stuff to grind for, it's better than nothing to grind for, I guess,
True.
But like you said, with the hype surrounding this release for Halo 3, it'd be criminal. Right. To just not put any Halo 3 stuff in there.
I mean, it did say updated Halo 3 customization, which the customization that's in the flight was pretty much what the standard customization we had in Halo 3 back then.
Right.
Now, do they mean updated Halo 3 customization as in what the flight is to update the MCC release build? If that's the update, or we're talking about like updated as in you can choose your own like weapon skins as well in Halo 3.
There's got to be more. Yeah, there's got to be more because they've already covered that stuff. And we already knew about that. Like we knew about the Reach audio stuff, but why go back and mention it again? Like, hey, guess what? You can mix and match your armor again. I think there's something a little bit more that maybe they're just talking about because it wasn't really talked about in a development update. It was just mentioned in a patch note about the emblems being able to be put on your armor. I mean, that could be technically updated customization because we didn't have that in the MCC version. So we'll see.
Oh yeah, and interesting choice of words I feel is main menu takeovers, which
I like that.
I feel like that's different from what we've seen with like Reach, CE, and Halo 2's main menus. Now they just changed.
No, I think that's like the flood event.
That's what when I hear takeovers, I think the Yappening. I think of the flood event that happened last year, and like, or just like maybe like the winter seasonal stuff that we did. That was such a good one.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm thinking. That's what they mean, like actual like an actual event when Halo 3 launches, rather than just be like, hey, look at this. Now you see Halo 3 Chief in the background instead of warthogs.
I think it'd be cool. I think Fortnite did it, like where you could have different menu music in the background and stuff, like part of the season pass. Whatever. Fortnite does a lot of things that I think people will appreciate in the future. I'm not a big fan of Fortnite anymore, but they've definitely done like live events and stuff. No game's done the stuff that Fortnite's done. So maybe in the season pass we get some sort of menu unlocks where you could actually change the theme of your main menu. I'd be pretty down for that. Like if I can unlock the Winter Hog at tier 90 of the season pass, hell yeah, give it to me. I'll throw that on there. You know, you guys want to start creating, you know, some more menus, menu themes? That'd be a pretty cool thing to add.
Classic Halo 3 menu.
Ooh, that's so, dude. I need to find it, but I don't know why it came across my mind the other day. I used to have the heroic. I didn't have the legendary edition till recently, but I had the heroic edition growing up of Halo 3, and it came with that bonus disc. And the menu music on that bonus disc was just, oh my god, it was so good.
Got it right
I wish I
here,
could find it.
I got it right here.
Yo, you need to rip that and record it for me and send it to me because I want that main menu music.
I've had this since 2000. Well, I've had the same thing since 2007. Like I've moved like a million times since then. But yeah, like you get like the game disc in there. You got like this like lore book which shows all the species and stuff like that. And you go, of course, you got like the instruction manual in there. You flip it over, and then you got like the special, like the essentials is what they call it, disc or brace. I think that's just like extra content right there.
That hurts my heart because my dad, being the douchebag that he is, literally took my Halo 3 and my 360 that I begged for years. My mom got me it on my 16th birthday. She even got me a Halo 2 cake for my birthday. It had Chief on it with the dual wielding SMGs. So that was like my hint. And literally like 3 months later, he took my 360 and my Halo 3 and traded it with somebody on Craigslist for a PS3. I've never been more heartbroken in my life.
Oh my god. Traumatic.
I will never forgive him. Me and my dad are good now, but we had a lot of problems in my childhood, but we're both men now. We've come to, but that I will never forgive you for that, Father.
Don't ever
if you ever watch these
don't get between a pad and his Halo. Lesson learned.
No, you don't do that. You don't. He actually he called me today and he's like, dude, I'm gonna need your help in July. I'm gonna cut down some we're gonna cut down some trees. I'm gonna need your help, cleaning it up. I said, Dad, I have a big Halo event in July. So if it falls on that day, you're on your own. He's like, well, just let me know what the date is of the Halo event, and you don't have to come that day. We'll work around it. I was like, all right, thanks, Dad.
That's a good dad.
That's a good dad.
Yeah. So that's the development update for the week. But we actually did get a patch on the MCC. Like, I think you got to download patch for the MCC. Yes. It was a minor one, but I think it was something worth mentioning as well because it's news. We got to talk about it. Can't be just like, we're not going to talk about this patch that directly affects your time playing the game because there's some gameplay changes in this as well. But if we check it out over here, you can see the reason was a patch as to celebrate Pride Month. They brought in the Pride Month nameplates right here, so that's kind of an awesome little, tip of the hat right there by 343 to recognize the members of the community. Because I do know a few of them there are plenty of them in the Halo community who are part of the LGBTQ plus community.
That work at 343.
Yeah, that too.
That part of that community.
Yeah, so great to see that. I think they also mentioned about the Black History Month nameplate is back in it. Yep. Yeah, for the support Black Lives Matter. Just a reminder, the nameplates from Black History Month are still yours to earn. If you play between July 5th or play now, which is like the day of the patch was like the 24th to July 5th, you get a chance. You'll earn the Black History nameplate, which is pretty awesome right there. But the gameplay changes here. We had two little updates. Fixed a body shot damage issue with SWAT on Halo CE. Apparently the issue was it was like a 3-shot body shot in SWAT or something like that. So it was a pretty lethal shot, honestly. I think I heard they bumped it up to like 4 or 5, maybe even 7 or something like that. I didn't get the exact number. I wish they would say it in these kind of changes, That's definitely something important to know when you're playing SWAT on CE. But just shoot the head, man. That's all you gotta do in SWAT. All right.
Just point and click, dude.
It's, of course, in C, it's not that easy because the game goes, not this one. And then they also added additional shoddy snipers game variant for Halo 2 because everyone loves they shoddy snipes, even though just everyone just plays team snipers anyways. But people do love their shy snipe. So if you're playing Halo 2 and you're like, man, why can't I have like the best close range and the best long range, man? They're like, well, they're really like, I got you, fam. Like, oh, thanks, people. You're the best. They also had this like nice little doodle art of a Pride Chief, I guess you can call him, or something like that. I actually made it into my my desktop here. I just thought it looked pretty cool. It makes it feel like.
Are you talking about the rec pack one?
No, there's a little. If you're looking at my stream, Pete. No, I'm just kidding. But
I'm sorry, I'm in the middle of a podcast, sir.
But I thought it was pretty cool just that they created that. So, little patchy patch update goodness for you guys there. And
It's Patchy Pat here.
Patchy Pat.
Speaking of that, though, I did want to mention that I'm sure you saw it, the Rec Pack concept art that people were thinking it was new Halo Infinite concept art because it was Halo Infinite's chief carrying like boxes and stuff. But yeah, that has been confirmed. That is not Infinite concept art. It was just made with the new art style to promote the Rec Pack to support, Black Lives Matter and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, I didn't look too much into that. They're like, loot boxes confirmed. Like, they really said there were no loot boxes, you kids.
God. Kevin looks at toys and freaks out, but then sees Infinite stuff. And he's just like, yeah, no, I'm good.
That ain't me.
That ain't a toy. No care.
Yeah. Oh, man. Actually, I'm really looking forward to it, actually, is I've watched some tutorial videos with some of these, like, the toy guns in Halo. For Halo, like the Nerf guns and stuff like that. That was people actually did is they took them apart and spray painted it like silver, gray, black, whatever.
Yeah.
Screw them back together, looks just like they're like an assault rifle from the game. So like, I'm thinking with that Nerf assault rifle that we've seen for Halo Reach or for Halo Infinite, it looks like Halo Reaches. I'm thinking like I'm gonna buy that and spray paint that down to make it look like a legit AR. I'm saying that looks pretty sick.
Do that hanging on my wall or something.
Yeah, it's super easy. I watch videos on it. It looks super easy to do, and so I'll definitely be doing that.
Yeah, that's why I was worried about like maybe not getting a good consistency and making it look nice. But yeah, if it's easy to do, I'm down to do that too. I still have my Boomco one from Halo 5.
Oh yeah. So I guess I did make a scene saying Halo MCC Skins for some reason, but I mean that was more like
we already covered that.
Yeah, we already covered that. So at this time, I think we'll just talk about the playlist updates.
Show in. Yeah.
So show what's up. Well, basically for Halo 5, you can see right here, obviously it's still a game, right? So we're still getting updates for playlist changes. As on Thursday, Forerunner Slayer rotates in for core play, and also on the 25th of June that Warzone Turbo has gone live for the weekend. Guys don't know about Warzone Turbo, give it a go. It's fun. My favorite thing to do is like slap on a sword and 4 speed boosts, and just you gotta go fast with that one. It's ridiculous. I've never really done well with it, but it's super fun to play around with. And also soon right after that, guys, hopefully we probably won't get podcasts until then. So on July 2nd, we got some things going on right here. Elevate Health in all ranked playlists on July 2nd. I don't know what that is. I haven't heard anything about that. That's kind of interesting.
Me either. Very interesting.
Very weird that they would do that now at all times, Then we also have Shy Snipers rotates in for Forerunner Slayer, and then Warzone Turbo throughout July 4th weekend as well. So more stuff there. And I think for the MCC, it's still that specialty playlist, if I remember correctly. I don't remember off the top of my head.
They said the rotational playlist, they rotated in Fiesta for Social 4v4 and Social FFA, and they rotated Race out. So I guess Race was
I missed it. Damn it.
Yeah, dude, Kane was so happy.
I love Race in Halo, and it makes me sad that I didn't actually get into a single race because I was too busy playing the Halo 3 flight. But yeah, there wasn't even any reach maps. It was all H2A and Halo 3, if I remember correctly. But there was tons of amazing reach race maps as well. I mean, but there is that as well. So that's about all we got to do for the playlist update. So I guess that kind of rounds us off to the end of the podcast. Before we go, Pat, how do people find you on the internet?
Well, Kevin, people find me by looking underneath me right now if you're watching on YouTube. Which We also are on Spotify and Podbean, like Kevin likes to say, to conserve your phone battery.
Exactly.
But screw your phone battery. I say plug it in and look at our beautiful faces and interact with us, okay? Underneath me here at the Patman Gaming, Twitter. You can find me on Twitch at the Patman Gaming. You can find me on Mixer. Oh.
Yikes!
You're going to have to take that one out the bio. Instagram, Patman Gaming, and type in on your YouTube search bar, or just go to youtube.com/Patman Gaming for all your Halo needs.
I did see your recent Instagram post about you're just chilling in a kiddie pool with a beer.
Knowledge.
And you're just like, you know what's really important in the world? Knowledge. Like,
knowledge. More than these American.
When does Pat start sitting in kiddie pools drinking beer and having shower thoughts?
Kiddie pool thought. I'm a pioneer, man. All right. It was 90 something degrees today, so I was disgustingly hot. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna. The kid's like,
I mean, you were just wearing your shorts, so it was hot.
It was very hot. You know, that YouTube and that Twitch money's finally paid out. I could afford a pool.
Yeah,
for
that'd
my
be
kids,
that'd be NSF.
With the Dollar Tree and
that would be unacceptable for kids. You had to mark that. I was like, you know, it had to be 18 plus to watch this Instagram post.
Yeah, NSFW. But Kevin, where can people find you?
Well, you can find me on Twitter at KevinKoolx Halo. I pretty much tweet out all the good stuff as soon as it happens when I see it on my Twitter feed. So definitely want you guys a good chance. If I want to say up to date, like to the minute for Halo news, that's a good place to go. You can also follow me on YouTube, KevinKoolx right there as well. KevinKoolx on Twitch. We're going to be doing the watch party awesomeness for Halo Infinite on that channel as well. So I'm super excited about that. And what did I say? Instagram already? If not, KevinKoolx Instagram, Twitter. We have a Discord as well.
Don't mention your Facebook, please.
And a Facebook if you like watching a dead page. But that's about does it for us in the podcast tonight. If anyone in the chat has some, we can do a little Q&A session afterwards on the stream. But for right now, I think that about does it for the episode itself. So thank you very much for watching, guys. We greatly appreciate taking the time out of the day to listen into all this awesome Halo-ness. Jam-packed episode, man. So thank you so much for watching. Greatly appreciate it. And we'll catch you on the next one.